What's up YouTube, this is Shod Patel from Mr. Fitness and I'm back with another video for you guys. Now many of you are asking me the questions of what is intermittent fasting and how it works. So I was not an expert on intermittent fasting. I had to do some research. I had to read some scientific literature and some review papers to get to know what is intermittent fasting. So basically intermittent fasting is a pattern, is a diet pattern. It's not a diet in itself, it's a diet pattern where you eat for a certain period and you fast for a certain period. So basically it looks like say you're eating, you choose to have a ratio of 20 to 4 or 16 to 8 where you fast for 20 hours and eat for 4 hours, or you fast for 16 hours and you have a eating window of 8 hours. Now uh, when you see in a calorie deficit point of view, that it is very optimal to create that calorie deficit inside it, because say how much can you eat in 4 hours or in 8 hours? Not a lot. So you automatically trigger that calorie deficit in your body, and which is optimal for fat loss. Now you hear people telling you that uh, you should eat every 2 hours or every 4 hours to to see the results, but according to literature there is zero evidence that meal frequency affects fat loss. So it doesn't matter the meal frequency you take. If you take your calories, your goal of calories, whether it's in calorie deficit or in calorie surplus or in maintenance calorie, whether you take in one meal, two meal, or distribute in 4 meals or 5 meals, if you are meeting that calorie goal of yours, you will find results. So there's zero evidence that meal frequency affects fat loss or any of your results. Now the other thing is that adherence, because some of you might have a busy lifestyle and you cannot eat every 2 hours or every 4 hours, and you can eat only at certain hours. So that is very important for people who are very busy in their life, and they can choose intermittent fasting where they can fast for a certain period, and they can have that eating window of 4 to 6 hours or 8 hours, so they can eat and they can consume whatever they want. And whatever they want, uh, when I say whatever they want, I don't mean that you can eat whatever you want like ice creams or burgers or pizza. You still have to eat good, but you don't have to track your calories. You don't have to, because you're automatically eating less food, calorie deficit. You're automatically in calorie deficit because you cannot eat as much as you can in that 8 hours. So yes, this are what I see the positive points of intermittent fasting. But what are the downsides of intermittent fasting? uh, the one of the downside I see is that not everyone can fast for 16 hours, or not everyone can fast for 20 hours. So that is one downside of it. And secondly, how good it is for anabolism. So for you guys who don't know what anabolism is, like, it is growing muscles, it is getting big. Growing muscle is anabolism, and losing muscle is catabolism. So is it good for anabolism? Now if getting as big as possible and as strong as humanly possible is your goal, is then probably I must say that intermittent fasting is not for you. But if that is not your goal and you just want to look good and lose fat, yes, it is good for you, because uh, according to science, fasting is not anabolic. And some of you will say that it triggers growth hormones. Fasting triggers growth hormone, but when you go deep into scientific literature, growth hormone is not anabolic. And if you inject growth hormone as well, it is anabolic to connective tissues, not muscle tissues. So yes, if someone tells you that intermittent fasting or fasting triggers growth hormone is not anabolic. It is anabolic for connective tissues, again, not muscle tissues. Now uh, uh, on protein distribution, according to scientific literature and a study done on animals, where they gave 70% of protein in one meal and then rest of in another meal, versus they distributed protein intake throughout the day with, I think it was 4 meals. So yeah, they distributed in 4 meals and they saw The result was that when they distributed their protein intake within throughout the day with 4 meals, they showed more muscle mass, so they gain more muscle. So according to that, when you say intermittent fasting, is it good for anabolism? And if you want to get big and very strong, is it good for anabolism? I don't think so. But can you build a decent physique with intermittent fasting? Can you lose fat? Yes, absolutely. And some of you want to have like that middle ground where you like intermittent fasting, but you want to get strong and you want to get a little bit big. So what I would suggest is that distribute your protein intake throughout the day. So say you are aiming for some 160 or 180 gram of protein, then distribute that throughout the day within 4 or 5 meals, and then the rest of your carbs and your fats, take that in that period, that feeding period of yours. So that might work for you as well. So again, there is not a perfect diet for anyone. The intermittent fasting and other diets are other diets. You just have to eat what you can adhere. So you have to choose the diet what you can sustain for a very long period of, and which suits your lifestyle. So again, I'm not telling you that intermittent fasting is good for you and it's bad for you. Yes, according to scientific literatures, it has shown the results of fat loss, positive results on fat loss on many subjects, and some of have gained some muscle mass as well. So they have seen results while intermittent fasting. But again, it's your preference. It's how you adhere, how you sustain your lifestyle, how it affects in your lifestyle. It's on your personal choices. So I think it would, these scientific literatures and everything, this explanation would help you, and it will help you to choose that if you wanna go for intermittent fasting or if you wanna distribute your meals. So guys, that's it from my side. I hope this thing will help you to choose if you should go for intermittent fasting or not. So if you like this video and if you like this explanation, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, and share with your friends who wants to know about intermittent fasting. This is Patel signing off. See you till next time. Goodbye.